Hello and welcome to WHT Media. Today, we are going to discuss a topic that has far-reaching implications for the global automotive industry. Germany, a country renowned for its automotive sector, is now facing an unprecedented challenge. The latest figures from August 2024 show that German carmakers are operating at only two-thirds of their capacity. What does this mean? A drop in demand, which will not only put enormous pressure on the German industry, but could also impact important markets like China. Today, we analyze this series of changes and what they might signify. First, let's take a look at the current state of the German automotive market. According to recent data, the annual production capacity of all German factories reaches 6.2 million vehicles, but in 2023, the actual output was just over 4.1 million vehicles, with a capacity utilization rate of only about two-thirds. By 2024, from January to June, Germany produced 2.1 million vehicles, a 9% decrease compared to the same period in 2023. This is undoubtedly a worrying sign. The data shows that the situation of factories varies from brand to brand. For example, Porsche's factory in Stuttgart is operating at nearly 100% capacity, and Audi's factory in Ingolstadt in southern Germany is close to 90% capacity. BMW's factory in Munich is also close to 90% capacity. However, Opel's main factory in Rüsselsheim in southwestern Germany is at 60% capacity, while its factory in Eisenach in the east hasn't even reached 30% capacity. Ford plant in Cologne also has only one-third of its capacity. Factories like Volkswagen's in Wolfsburg and Sindelfingen, as well as Mercedes-Benz's in Stuttgart, are operating at only around half of their capacity. Even more concerning is that Tesla's factory near to Berlin, which just opened in 2022, is currently operating at only 51% capacity. This situation has already forced some automakers to take action. For example, Ford announced in 2022 that it would close its factory in Saarlouis, located in western Germany, by the end of 2025. Audi's factory in Brussels is also facing a similar fate. Other uses are also being considered for Volkswagen's automotive glass manufacturing plant in Dresden. The last time Germany saw the closure of a major automotive plant was a decade ago, when Opel shut down its Bochum factory in 2014. These changes are not just isolated issues for individual factories. The entire production scale of the German automotive industry is shrinking. Audi has cancelled night shifts at some of their factories, leading to further reductions in capacity. Volkswagen has also cancelled night shifts at its Wolfsburg headquarters, as well as at its factories in Emden in the northwest and Zwickau in the east, resulting in a 25% reduction in capacity. At Volkswagen's headquarters in Wolfsburg, plans to build a new electric vehicle plant have been completely scrapped. Similarly, at Opel's Kaiserslautern plant, plans to construct a new battery factory have been put on hold. When it comes to electric vehicles, the situation in Germany is equally concerning. Data from July 2024 shows that only 30,000 electric vehicles were registered in Germany, a sharp decline of 37% compared to the same period last year. This is the most significant drop since the German government abruptly ended electric vehicle subsidies at the end of 2023. Meanwhile, sales of traditional combustion engine vehicles increased by 7%. The primary reasons behind this trend include the high cost of electric vehicles, inadequate charging infrastructure, and difficulties in securing financing. The weak demand for electric vehicles is not only affecting car manufacturers, but also impacting suppliers. Surveys indicate that 60% of German automotive suppliers plan to lay off workers to cope with the decline in demand and the pressure of rising costs. Against this backdrop, on July 5th, the European Union imposed a provisional anti-subsidy tax on electric vehicles imported from China, a move that could further escalate trade tension between China and Europe. The rationale behind these policies is an investigation that found China's electric vehicle industry heavily subsidized by the government, potentially creating unfair competition for the EU industry. If the situation does not improve, final punitive tariffs could be implemented as early as November this year. However, this measure has faced significant criticism in Germany. German automakers and suppliers have deep roots in the Chinese market, with 350 branches established in the country. In China, roughly 1 out of every 5 new cars bears a German brand. Such tariff disputes would undoubtedly weaken the competitiveness of German car companies in the Chinese market. A set of data illustrates the far-reaching impact of this situation. In 2023, Volkswagen Group sold a total of 3.24 million vehicles in China, accounting for 35% of its global sales, with nearly 3.1 million of these vehicles produced locally in China. Mercedes-Benz sold 737,000 vehicles in China, making up 36% of its global sales, but only 1/5 of these were imported, totally less than 148,000 vehicles. BMW sold over 825,000 vehicles in China, representing 32% of its global sales, with approximately 730,000 produced locally. Amid the ongoing confrontations between China, the European Union, and the United States, China is also considering raising import tariffs on foreign internal combustion engine vehicles. This would be an additional blow for German automakers who heavily rely on the Chinese market. Although support within Brussels for imposing punitive tariffs is currently low, this would be an additional blow for German automakers who heavily rely on the Chinese market. The challenges facing the German automotive industry have already transcended borders, with global repercussions, especially in terms of trade relations with China. However, this difficult situation also presents an opportunity for Chinese automakers to reassess and adjust their market strategies. The future evolution of cooperation and competition between China and Germany will play a significant role in shaping the direction of the global automotive industry. In conclusion, the German automotive industry is facing unprecedented challenges, from excess production capacity and weakening market demand to escalating trade tensions between China and Europe. These issues are not only impacting German automakers, but also have far-reaching effects on the global market. The future is filled with uncertainty. Both the German and Chinese automotive industries will need to adapt flexibly to evolving market demands and the international trade environment. Thanks for your attention. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. See you next time.